A sense of humour is as vital to our mental well-being as breathing is to our physical well-being. Let me say that again. A sense of humour is as vital to our mental well-being as breathing is to our physical well-being. Now, here's the kicker, and Mao might have told you this earlier. 1 in 3 people today are miserable. Have a look at the person on either side of you. If they look happy, it's probably you. So, this afternoon, what we're going to try to do is go through a few routines and things that can get you back more often to that happy place. All of us have a happy place. We know where it is. We know how good we feel when we're there. It just gets hard to reach it. Now, it's even more importantly, it's not just being in the happy place. It's being able to stay in the happy place despite being surrounded by a sea of misery, because there really is misery. So where do you start in something like this? Well, you start right here. Happiness depends more on an inward disposition than on outward circumstances. In other words, you can have a rich person who's very miserable and suddenly find somebody who has absolutely nothing, it would seem, and yet they're incredibly happy. Happiness depends more on the inward disposition of mind than on outward circumstances. And the expression of a happy inward disposition is laughter. The most important thing that we can do in life, as I said, is to laugh. If you don't laugh, you're going to die. And even if you do laugh, you're going to die. So doesn't it make sense to laugh? And the problem is that we are just not laughing enough. So, how often do we laugh? Well, they tell us that by the time a child reaches grade 1, they're laughing on average 300 times a day. And yet as adults, we manage to laugh about 17. 300 times a day to 17. Now, if we look at kids 300 times a day over the average 12-hour day, it means the kids are laughing about every 2.5 minutes. So just about everything is funny. I mean, if the child breaks wind out loud in the classroom, that's going to be the funniest thing that happens all day. It'll take the teacher 10 minutes just to settle the class back down. But you try that in your workplace and see just how many adults have lost their sense of humour. So why is it the kids laugh more? Well, there's a whole range of reasons, but one of them is because they live in the moment. They don't have time to think about what's happening this afternoon, tomorrow, the next day. It's all about just here and now. As adults, we get into the habit of throwing ourselves forward, so we no longer think about the moment. We're so busy thinking about what I'm going to do this afternoon, what I'm going to do tonight, what I need to do tomorrow, that we miss those moments all the way along.